Well, hi there, kings and queens. I'm back again for another video. And for today's episode, nandito tayo ngayon sa Coffee Project dito sa Bacoor para magliwaliw at uminom ng coffee frap kahit na malamig. Medyo minimal lang ang boses ko ulit dito ulit sa Coffee Project kasi marami nag-work dito ngayon and kailangan hindi tayo masyadong nakaka-istorbo sa kanila or nakaka-annoy. And meron tayong breaking news nga pala, kaya tayo gumawa ng video for today's episode. So this breaking news is all about Pulen and involves LVMH. And then magkakaroon tayo ng unboxing later. So stay tuned for more videos update mga kings and queens. See you later. Hi there, kings and queens. In today's video, we're going to be spilling the tea on what's happening in the luxury world. Some really interesting breaking news, if you haven't heard already, that affects the brand Pulen. Involves LVMH. So stick with me here because this is going to be a really interesting conversation. For starters, if you haven't heard already, LVMH, who is the parent company for all these big names such as Louis Vuitton, Dior, Givenchy, Fendi, Tiffany & Co., Moina, Volvo Click, Celine, Loewe, Sephora, and the list goes on and on. This conglomerate of luxury brands has recently acquired minority stake in the brand Pulen Paris. If you're not familiar with Pulen, already they were founded in 2016. So it's been less than 10 years since they established this brand. And the brand was founded by three siblings who were inspired to start their own company after visiting a Spanish heiress workshop back in 2014. So they are all about quality. They produce all of their bags in a place called Ubrique, Spain. Now, it's interesting because if you know the leather guy, Tanner Leatherstein, he kind of gone viral over the last couple of years. He takes these bags, he deconstructs them, and then he reviews the quality and the craftsmanship. And he did this with Pulen bags not too long ago, and he spoke very highly of Pulen affordable luxury and that you don't have to give up quality for a brand name. Now, in terms of sales, Pulen doubled its sales last year, reaching nearly 143 million euros, which is really not too shabby for an upcoming brand that's been around for less than 10 years. Also, I think there was a boost when the hit show on Netflix Emily in Paris started featuring Pulen bags. So once they started doing that, many of those styles are sold out. And then the bags were also seen on the arms of royalty such as Kate Middleton. Okay, so what does this actually means thus? LVMH now owns Pulen? Nope. Nope, that is not what it's. They only bought a minority stake. They want a piece of the pie, and if they start to buy up more larger shares of the brands, then maybe down the road, we may be looking at the full-on acquisition. You never know. Bernard Arnault, head of LVMH, is nicknamed in the industry in a not nice way as being the wolf in cashmere. Because he's constantly looking to expand his empire gobble up other brands. At the end of the day, Pulen will still call their own shots. But to have the weight of behemoth like LVMH behind them could start to sway or impact their decisions. Could this affect pricing? We have seen some of the price increases, and I think that a lot of customers nowadays are drawn to slightly lesser known brands. They want something that a little bit different of beaten path. And if Pulen becomes household name and it's seen on the corner of every major city, then it might not have as much of the unique appeal that it has now. So all questions to just sort of think about will Pulen becomes more mainstream. I think if they do that, not necessarily a good thing, like I've been talking about how I'm growing tired of these corporate brands. I've been calling them corporate brands because they just feel sort of cold, and the smaller brands have more warmer personal touch, have like boutique feel. What does this mean for the luxury market overall? I think nowadays smaller and mid luxury or affordable brands have been doing better, and they more palatable, especially to the younger audience who are more budget conscious, shopping habits, and nowadays I think all
So, hello, hello
consumers.
mga kings and queens. So, umpisahan na natin ang ating unboxing for today's video. Ang sarap talaga ng coffee frap. Para lang siyang 3-in-1 na mas elevated. And of course, galing siya talaga sa tunay na coffee beans and not instant. So, first thing na meron ako dito for our unboxing is itong Chariol Geneva or Genevieve para sa atin. And this is a set. So, meron na siyang bangle and singsing. So, subukan natin na i-try sa aking arms. Ayan. So, as you can see, dalawa na yung aking bangles. This one, yung eme-eme na love bracelet. Tapos, itong cable wire ng Chariol. Tapos, I have 4 rings here. So, this one is parang Bulgari. This is, nafo-focus ba? Ayan. This one is parang Bulgari type. Pero, this is only a fashion jewelry. And itong pivot ba ang tawag sa ganito, yung maraming bato-bato. And on the other hand, meron akong mala Cartier na parang ang tawag dito, Paco or Neil. Tapos yung dragon. Wala lang, kasi Year of the Dragon ako. Pero, hindi dahil yun doon. Dahil hindi naman talaga ako naniniwala sa horoscope. I hate horoscope ever. Ayan. So, tapos meron akong watch na ano din, lahat ng suot ko is only fashion jewelry and wala talaga tong mga value at all. Tapos meron akong acrylic na, ang tawag ba dito? Coral daw na earrings. So, hubarin muna natin tong isa, yung parang nail. Tapos, utin natin tong ring para makita. Ayan. Did you notice ba, mga kings and queens? Okay, kailangan hubarin ko na rin tong isa para mas beautiful. Ayan. O, diba? Mas neat, diba? Kapag wala masyadong suot na jewelries. Pero kasi, yung jewelry, nagbibigay ng, ano siya, ng kakaibang glow sa skin. Kahit na, hindi siya, hindi siya valuable. Diba? Like, wearing lipstick or a powder na kakulay ng Sunkiss, 'di ba? Nagbibigay ng glow. Tapos nakakadagdag din na magbigay ng glow yung mga jewelries. Pero wag I bought handbags. Woohoo! Anyway, nagtatry talaga ako magsalita ng mahina pero hindi talaga mapigilan. Bakit ako kung paano talaga magsalita ng mahina kasi talaga napapalakas talaga yung boses ko lalo na kapag excited ako. Okay, moving on to our unboxing, and I bought handbags plus reviews for today's video. First question is, why I love handbags? I use handbags every day. When I go to parties, movies, theater play, university, and shopping, or even on vacation, diba? I use my bags very frequently. Of course, it's useful fashion accessories that defines who you are and makes complete your wardrobe or my wardrobe na lang. And also keeps my important belongings properly. The second question is, why I invest in designer bags? Simply because it helps the environment clean and less of rubbishness. Designer bags are expensive, but it will last longer or even you can pass to your children because matibay nga and long wearing. Unlike sa mga disposables and fast fashions, it's easy to break and then the tendency after few months, you will buy again and again and adds a tons of waste. Not healthy to use and in the environment. Imagine how many disposable bags did you buy in a less than a decade or a year compared to if you bought quality bags, maybe 3 or 7 bags, that's enough and you will use it for long time. Kasi hindi naman din talaga ako naniniwala na kailangan na ang isang tao maraming bags. So, 3 to 7 bags is enough and that will last longer, diba? Kapag matibay. Oo, binabasa ko to. Okay, reminders to buy designer or niche bags. I find a lot of designs to be quite tacky. First of all, they use their logos or two quirky styles. Yun kasi yung panghatak nila. Kapag masyadong malogo yung bag, sikat ka. Kapag masyadong quirky naman yung style, talagang maa-attract ka. A bit too much too often, their prices gives you the feeling that they've not put that much effort into the designing or sometimes naggagayahan na lang sila. Or kaya tayo nabubudol ay dahil din naman kung yung presyo ng bag is very dainty or quirky pero cheap. Tapos at the end of the day, we think I do really need this, 'di ba? Hindi natin pala kailangan. Dahil hindi pala kasya ang essentials natin kasi iba't ibang yung klase tayo ng mga tao, merong maraming gamit, merong konti, 'di ba? Tapos magsisisi tayo kapag hindi naman pala yun yung bagay sa atin or fit sa ating essentials or lifestyle. Okay, nasaan na nga ba tayo? Dahil sa size at style o di kaya sa sobrang laki naman, minsan naman nahahatak tayo kapag sobrang laki ng bag. Sabi na, ay sige, marami na ilalagay. Pero sa sobrang dami ng pwede nating ilagay, nagkakagulo-gulo na yung gamit sa loob at hindi na natin na i-manage yung ating mga gamit sa loob ng bags. And napaka-hassle nun, 'di ba? What if may sunog? Or what if nasa traffic ka? 'Di ba? So, think wisely at huwag papadala sa designs and size. Isama mo pa dyan ang very low price point. So, ito na nga yung aking unboxing for today's video. And I have a big size ng box here. And this is a parcel from the other day. Okay. Unahin ko na lang tong shredded ba ang tawag dito or overused na bag. And this is a old Alexander Wang na bag na may mga studs on the bottom at saka dito sa upper part ng bag na to. Binili ko tong bag na to for a low price kasi sabi ko, pwede kong gawa ng paraan tong bag na to. Pwedeng pinturahan, tapos pwedeng i-condition, and then pwedeng restore, di ba? And hindi naman ako nagsisi dito kasi it's a bucket bag na maraming mailalagay dito along with my other small bags na pwede kong i-partner dito for my personal essentials. Tapos dito yung mga important things lang naman na hindi masyadong madami yung kailangan ilagay. Ayan. So, binili ko tong Alexander Wang na to for a very low price. Pero hindi ko nasasabihin kung magkano. Next on our list is itong Michael Kors. Tanana Jen! This is the Hamilton. Why Hamilton? I'm a really avid fan of Hamilton, especially the big size totes, tulad nito. Very useful for work or backup hand carry for a trip. I did not expect niya na kaya mag-carry ng ganito kalaking size ng pasalubong snacks galing Bohol nung ako'y nag-trip sa Bohol last year. Kasi meron na rin akong Hamilton sa bahay. Kaya I have 3 Hamiltons sa bahay. So, this is my 4th one. Halimbawa, meron kang hand carry, tapos siya yung pwede mo maging personal bag na marami ka pang mailalagay compare talaga sa mga maliliit. Before, gusto ko talaga maliliit kapag nagta-travel. Pero, I've realized na dapat medyo ganito pala para mas maraming na ilalagay. Okay. I bought it another from them on the second-hand market. So, this is in second-hand kasi wala ka na talaga makikita na ganito na ngayon, kung meron man, third generation na yon. And this is a gray crocodile and bow style. So, nowadays, yung ganitong bag is, discontinued na for Michael Kors. And I think Hamilton is one of the iconic handbag and very spacious and stylish as well. Moving on to our third bag is none other than it's a stud. It's from Stud and this is an Alice bag from Stud. Ayan, meron pa siyang ganyan. And may mirror na rin to sa loob. Sabi yun, ay dito. May mirror na rin siya sa loob. Ayan. Ayan. Hindi ko napapakita yung back. Okay, this purse is bucket style with a mirror and perfect for summer with maxi dresses or a night out such as theater play or nightclub party. I can see use this as my vanity and first aid as well. Pwede ko maglagay ng gamot dito, pwede ko siya gamiting vanity, pwede ko siya gamiting first aid. I mean to say, back up for every evening clutch or minaudery. Kasi alam naman natin na ang minaudery, phone, cash, and cards lang ang kasya. It's not bad kung magdadalawa ako ng bag because this bag is complement with evening and daytime. Fashion for summer, perfect as personal purse along with tote. Handy and elegant, but dainty as well. And it's a crocodile effect that makes looks expensive. Nowadays, niche and mid-luxury brands have been doing better and palatable. Malayo-malayo sa mga brands na unassertive for many of us. And finally, our last bag for today's unboxing, walang iba kundi is Provenza's Cooler. Tcharan! Dararajing! This is my dream bag back in 2018. But my hope is lost and I focus on a niche brands. Too many to mention. Marami na rin ako nagustuhan ng mga niche bags kaso napakarami na nagustuhan ko at mga hindi ko rin nagustuhan for the past 6 years. But anyway, my unexpected bag to bought is finally dream come true. And nothing else to say. This satchel has a lot of compartment. By the way, this is a satchel bag, mga kings and queens. And it's very spacious. It can fit 3 pouches, 2 wallets, 2 phones, mini book, and a lot more stuffs. Ganun siya kadami yung pwede mong ilagay. Nakikita ko din itong bag na ito na kapag gusto mo ng break mula sa Birkin, Chanel, or Valextra, itong Provenza's Cooler ang magandang break sa mga expensive brands. Ang style ay vintage satchel. Kita nyo naman na may goat skin leather kaya medyo matigas siya. Unique and durable, not easy to break or prone to scuffings. Wala kasing Provenza's Cooler dito sa Pilipinas. Kaya bumili na lang ako sa pre-love market. So, this is another such good steal. Well, actually, mga kings and queens, meron pa talaga akong binili na isang bag na Rabianco kasi parang hindi na dumating. Hindi ko alam kung niloko lang ako ng seller. Hirap din kasi dahil binili ko lang siya sa isang online store. Yun lang. And nalulungkot lang ako kung talagang hindi niya na talaga ibibigay sa akin yun kasi nakapagbayad na ako. But thanks to God na mura lang naman yung cost ng bag na yon and nothing to worry, at least hindi tayo naloko sa mga mahal na items. Kasi yung price ng bag na yun is only 370 pesos. So, yun lang. And so, I hope na nag-enjoy kayo sa aking video. By the way, I am Tita Barbara. And if you are new in my channel, well, hi, hello, and welcome. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell down below. Urong natin. Ayan. And, please subscribe sa aking So Tida So Chick YouTube channel. So, I hope na nag-enjoy kayo again dito sa aking video. And have a great day, mga kings and queens. Bye!